Hi, welcome to Siri Tutorials. I will continue the topic is living world. Okay, before we learned some living organisms about some living organisms and characteristics of living organisms. What are the growth, reproduction, ability to sense, and ability to self-regulate and self-replicate? These are all characteristics of living organisms. In this, we already learned growth and reproduction. Now we enter into the metabolism. We will start the metabolism. Okay. Okay. Metabolism. Metabolism means what? It is a chemical process. Metabolism means it is a chemical process that occur within a living organisms. Okay. All living organisms are made of chemicals. Chemicals means carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, phosphorus. These like all these like chemicals are reacted to form another chemical. This chemical reactions is done in our body. These millions of metabolic reactions, these millions of chemical reactions occur in all living organisms. This is called metabolism. The sum total of all the chemical reactions occurring in our body is called metabolism. Chemical reaction or chemical process is called metabolism. This chemical process is done in living organisms. Okay. The sum total of chemical reactions occurring in our body is called metabolism. Okay. Next, these are constantly being made and changed into some biomolecules. These are constantly changed into some biomolecules. Biomolecules means chemical compound. Biomolecule means chemical compound. This chemical compound is used in our body is called biomolecules. Bio means living thing, life. Bio means life. This molecule is in our body is called biomolecules. Okay. Chemical reaction means A chemical is reacted to form a B chemical is called chemical reaction. One chemical to form another chemical is called chemical reaction. This chemical reaction is done in our body is called metabolism. For example, these chemicals used in digestion process. For example, it is used in digestion process. Okay, these these like millions of chemical reactions. Like these millions of chemical reactions is called metabolism. Okay. This metabolism is two types. How many? Two types. What are those? One is anabolism and one is catabolism. In anabolism process, addition done in addition. And addition means adding. Means here smaller molecules added to form a larger molecule. The smaller molecules is to form a larger molecule is called anabolism. In catabolism, breakdown. Breakdown means the larger molecule break down to form a smaller molecule. Larger molecule break down to form larger molecule break down to form smaller molecule. This is called catabolic reaction and this is called anabolic reaction. Okay, and this is endothermic reaction. This is exothermic reaction. This is endothermic reaction and this is exothermic reaction. Okay. In endothermic reaction, energy is gained. Energy is gained. Okay, and here energy is lost. In catabolic reaction, energy is lost. And here anabolic reaction, energy is gained. Okay, understood? This is metabolic reaction. In this, metabolism occurs in unicellular, multicellular, plants, animals, fungi and microbes. These metabolic reactions occurs unicellular, multicellular, plants, animals and fungi and microbes. Okay. These are metabolic reactions occurs in all living organisms. All living organisms. But not in non-living organisms. Non-living organisms exhibit metabolic reaction? No, it is not. It does not exhibit metabolic reaction. It does not exhibit metabolic reaction. Okay. Next. Metabolic reactions can be demonstrated outside of the body is called outside of the body in cell-free system. Outside of the body also metabolic reaction occur. In living organisms, metabolic reactions occur inside of the cell. Metabolic reactions occur inside of the cell in all living organisms. But here metabolic reactions can be demonstrated outside of the body. How? How it forms? Outside of the body also metabolic reactions occur. Living organisms metabolic reaction occur inside of the cell. But here outside of the body also occur in metabolic reaction. How means isolated metabolic reactions outside of the body of an organism. It is performed in a test tube. These metabolic reactions performed in test tube. That's why it is called outside of the body. It is inside? No. It is performed outside of the body. It is performed in test tube. Test tube is a non-living thing. It is done in non-living thing. It is performed in a test tube is neither living or nor non-living. Okay. Next. Here, this is most important point. Hence, while metabolism is a defining feature, what? Defining feature. Reproduction? No. Growth? No. But metabolism is a defining feature. Metabolism is a defining feature. This is important point of all living organisms. Okay. Next, see here. Isolated metabolic reactions in vitro are not living things but surely living reactions. Isolated metabolic reactions done outside of the body. Okay, isolated metabolic reactions done outside of the body. Outside of the body is called in vitro. Outside of the body is called in vitro. In vitro cultures we done in test tube. In vitro cultures done in test tube. Here one example, photosynthesis reaction. In photosynthesis reaction is done in test tube. In test tube is a non-living thing. Test tube living? No. Test tube is a non-living thing. But here photosynthesis reaction, this reaction is living. This reaction is living reaction. But here test tube is a non-living thing. Here what is this? Isolated metabolic reactions in vitro are not living things but surely living reaction. Reaction is living but thing is non-living. Okay, understood? Okay. Next, this is about metabolism. This is about Metabolism. Metabolism means it is a chemical process done in our body, done in living organisms, is called metabolic reaction. But here some metabolic reactions occur also in test tube, also in outside of the body. Okay, but it is a defining feature. This is about metabolism. And next we go for here one point. This is the important point. And hence cellular organization of the body is a defining feature. Here metabolism is a defining feature and cellular organization also is a defining feature. Is also one of the defining features. Cellular organization means all of you know cell. Cell is a structural and functional unit. Okay. This group of cells is to form tissue. Group of cells to form tissue. This group of tissue to form organs. This group of organ to form organ system. This group of organ to form organ system. Organ system to form organization. This is called cellular organization. Cell is a structural and functional unit. It is done in group of cells done same function. Same function. Group of cells done same function to form tissue. To form tissue. This tissue, group of tissue, same function to form organs. Organs means pancreas, liver, for example, pancreas, liver, stomach. These three are organs. These three organs are done same function. Same function means digestion. In digestion, it is done same function. These three organs to form organ system. It is done same function. These three organs to form organ system. That's like this is a cellular organization. It is a cellular organization. Okay, understood? This cellular organization is a defining feature. Metabolism is a defining feature. Okay, understood? This is important point. And next we go for ability to sense. Ability to sense means to recognize, to understand, to respond to something, to react to something is called ability to sense. Okay. Here living organisms respond to this environment stimuli which could be physical, chemical and biological. How many response? Physical, chemical and biological. Living organisms respond to this environment three types: physical response, chemical response, biological response. This is called ability to sense. Okay, here see, we sense our environment throughout our sense organs. Okay, we sense our environment throughout our sense organs. How many sense organs we have? Five. What is that? Eyes, ear, taste, skin, nose. Okay, these are five sense organs. To see, eyes function to see. This is in environment. In our environment, we sensing with eyes to see. Eyes function to see. Hmm? Ears to hear. Taste. Tongue. Sorry, ear taste. Ears, tongue to taste, skin to recognize, to respond, nose to smell. Okay, these are all physical responding. It is used for these five sense organs used for physically responding. to our environment. Okay, understood? Physical response to use in our environment. We used sensor with 5 sense organs to physical response. Okay, understood? Next, in plants. In plants, what happened? Plants also respond to external factors like light, water, and temperature. External factors: light, water, and temperature. Plants, what happened? Plants, what happened? In plants, in plants, without water, what happened? In plants without water, the plant will die. Plants without water, what happened? The plant will some one day after it will die. Okay, it is responding to water. Yes, it is responding to water. And too much of light or temperature. What happened? Too much of light and water, the plant will slightly bending. Okay, it is responding to light and temperature. It is responding. Plants also responded to environment with the external factors. Okay, understood? And other organism means insects. Other organism means insects. Okay, understood? Next, see some plants. In some plants, what happened? In some plants, when we cut the leaves, it releases some milk-like liquid. Some milk-like liquid. Some milk-like liquid. Okay, it is a chemical. Milk-like liquid water. It is a chemical. Why it releases? It releases for insects. Explosion for insects. It is releases for insects. It releases one chemical for insects. Expulsion of insects. Okay, understood? And some more plants. Some more plants, it releases sticky like structure, gum like structure. Some plants releases gum like structures. When we cut the small piece of branch, gum like structure, substance, gum like substance, sorry. Gum like substance. Why it releases? For insects. Expulsion of insects. Okay. Next. Understood? Next. Some bacteria cover its body in unfavorable conditions. In unfavorable conditions, the bacteria covers its body. Covers its body. It is called a biological response. Milk-like liquid it releases means it is a chemical response. Means it releases some chemicals. Some chemical. Hmm? Why? For insects. It is it covers its body is called a biological response. It is called a biological response. And we sense our environment with the sense organs is called a physical response. It is a physical response and it is a chemical response and it is a biological response. Understood? Three responses: physical, chemical, and biological response to our environment. Okay. Next point is the important point, photoperiod effect. What is photoperiod effect? Means it is a period of sunlight period. Photoperiod means sunlight period. It is affected some plants or some animals. It is effective reproduction in seasonal breeders, both plants and animals. This photoperiod effect effect in reproduction. Photoperiod effects in reproduction. Some seasonal breeders both plants and animals. For example, we are taking mango plant. Mango is a seasonal breeder. Yes, it is when will give fruits? When will mango fruit come? In summer season only. In summer season. When will flower come? In winter season. Winter season. Why means it is affected on reproduction. The photo period affected on in this reproduction in mango plant. Why? Because winter season is a cool winter season it is a uh, is cool nature is cool. Hmm? In cool nature it is the flowers are come in mango plant. In summer season not come. Summer season mm, fruits will come. In summer season fruits will come. Okay. Why? Photo period effect on the in this mango fruit. That's why it is come in fruits come in summer season and flowers come in winter only. Winter season only. Okay. In some animals, if animals, for example, dogs, we take dogs. In dogs, the reproduction is done in only winter season. Here reproduction is done in only here also winter season. A dogs in reproduction done in only winter season. Okay. Flower to reproduct to give fruits. Okay. Next. Understood? Next point. Next self consciousness. Okay. Next is the self consciousness. All of you know self consciousness. Human being is the only organism who is aware himself as a self consciousness. Human being has only have self consciousness. Human beings only have self consciousness. Why? For example, this is important point. Self consciousness is a defining property. We have how many defining properties? One is metabolism and second one is cellular organization and self-consciousness also defining properties. How many? Three. How many? These three are defining properties. How many? Three. Metabolism, cellular organization and self-consciousness. Okay. These three are defining properties. This is important point. Okay. This is important point. Okay. Next here, human being has only self-consciousness. Why? Because here see, for example, imagine you are standing in front of the mirror. You are standing in front of the mirror. What will you do? What will you do? You are setting your hair and your dress, face. Mm, you will do that like. Okay. For example, one more example. Imagine one animal standing in front of mirror. What they, what does it do? For example, animal means cat will taking. Cat. Imagine one animal standing in front of mirror. What does it do? It won't be do. Hmm? And for example, imagine one plant there in front of mirror. Plant there in front of mirror. What does it do? It won't be do. But human being only, human being only doing settings. Why? Human being only have self-consciousness. Human being only has self-consciousness. Okay? That is the main thing. Next here, we observe some patients. We observe some patients lying in coma. We observe some patients lying in coma in hospitals, virtually supported by machines. Virtually supported by machines. They are in coma, means they are brain dead patients. They are supported virtually machines, supported by machines only, hmm, which replace heart and lungs. Okay, next. These patients has no self-conscious. Is they self-conscious? No, it is not. These patients has no self-consciousness. Okay, or such patients never come back to normal life. Never come back to normal life. In rare cases, he, they come back. They never come back to normal life. Is living or non-living? Living being or non-living being? Hmm? They are not a non-living being, not living being, not living or not non-living. It is called, the patients is called brain dead patients. The patients called brain dead patients. They are lying in coma only. But he has he is not dead, but he is in coma, supported by machines. The patients called brain dead patients. Okay. Next point. Properties of tissue are not present in the constituent cells, but erases the result interactions among the constituent cells. Means properties of tissues not present. Properties of tissues are not present in cell. Tissue properties not present in cell. Tissue properties not present in cell, but arises as a result interaction among the constituent cells. Interaction among the cells. Interactions among the cells. It results the properties of tissues. Results the properties of tissue. Means tissue properties are not present in cell, but interactions arises, it results the properties of tissue. It results the properties of tissue. Same like here, see one more. Properties of cellular organelles are not present in molecular constituent of the organelle. Properties of cellular organelles are not present in the molecular constituents of organelle, but arises the result of interaction among the molecular components comprising the organelle. But how it means here, molecular components interacting with molecular components, it result to two properties of cellular organelles. Cellular organelles properties are not present in the molecular component, but interaction of molecular component, the properties of cellular organelles are present. Not present in the cellular organelle component, in the cellular organelle properties are not present in the molecular component, but interaction of molecular component, it will arises to the result of properties of cellular organelles. Okay, understood? Next, here, these interaction results in emergent properties at higher level of organization. Higher level of interactions to form emergent properties. Results in emergent properties are results to form emergent properties in higher level of interactions. Higher level of interactions. Okay. Next. Therefore, we can say that living organisms are self-replicating here. Therefore, we can saying that living organisms are self-replicating. Self-replicating means own replicating, own replication. Self-replicating, evolving. Evolving means gradually it increasing, gradually increasing, and self-regulating, own regulation, own regulating, interactive system, interaction with cells, interaction system capable of responding to external stimuli. Therefore, this is also important point, and therefore we can say that living thing is that living organisms self-replicating, evolving, self-regulating, interactive system capable of responding to external stimuli. Living organisms, these are all things are done: self-replicating, self-regulating, interacting system, responding to external stimuli, responding ability to sense, responding to external outside, outside the environment, hmm, responding external stimuli. These are all things done in living organisms. Okay, understood? Next, biology is the story of evolution, living organisms on the earth. Biology is the story of evolution. Evolution means gradually increasing. Biology is the story of evolution of living organisms on the earth. In the earth, the living organisms are, biology means about living organisms. About living organisms. Biology means, bio means life, living. Bio means life. Mm. Here, biology is the story of evolution of living organisms. Story of living organisms. Story of living organisms. Okay. Biology means story of living organisms. Next, all the living organisms, present, past, future, are linked one another by sharing genetic material, but to varying degrees. Sharing genetic material. All living organisms in present, past, future are linked one another by sharing from one to another one, from copying from one to another, to form, to sharing genetic material, from this to this, from this to this, sharing some genetic material to form, to increasing, but sharing genetic material but to varying degrees. This is about living organisms characteristics. These are all living organisms, characteristics of living organisms. Okay, in next class we learn diversity of living organisms. Okay, thank you.